What's going on, everybody? Kelly, and I'm bringing you a brand new video today. So today we are going to be playing the back nine out at Black Locust, otherwise known as Kensington Metro Park. Through the first 9 holes, we are 3 down through 9 holes. That is not too bad. We've been playing decently well, getting off the tee decently well, and having pretty good putting. Super stoked on that. I am super excited to be out here today playing this back nine. This is one of my favorite courses to play up here in Michigan when I do travel up this way. So today we are going to be focusing on a couple different things here on this back nine. One, getting off the tee well, which we've been doing, and also staying out of the rough. I think on this back nine it does get a little bit more technical and tight throughout here. So we're gonna look to stay clean off the tee. We're gonna head into hole 10 here and see what we can get into. Hole 10, 265 feet. This is gonna be a dog leg to the left. You're gonna have to push something out to this gap and then go up the hill, and you're gonna slightly see the basket out that way. We're gonna take something overstable here to start out this round. All right, so I'm gonna start the round out with my Team Discraft Buzz here. The Buzz does offer a little bit of fade towards the end, so we're just gonna have to pump something out there and get it up that hill. Hopefully end up with a birdie here. Gonna be in an all right spot. Definitely would have liked a little bit more distance, but we'll take that for the first hole here. Thank you all so much for tuning in here today and hanging out with me on this back nine out at Kensington or Black Locust. Vibes out here are at an all-time high. I just love playing ball golf, and we're into the off season now, so just trying to dial some things in here and just get ready for the next season that's gonna be coming up here. But we're gonna take a look and see where we ended up. Would have liked a little bit more distance off that Buzz shot, but we should be in the open. Have a look at the basket. Oh, that was so close. All right, let's start off with a par. It's gonna be 333 feet. You're gonna have to make it up this hill through all of these trees, and then basket's gonna be tucked over just over this hill to the right. This is a super difficult hole. So I'm gonna take a new disc in the bag. I'm gonna take my ESP Scorch that I just picked up here today. This thing has -2 turn, so it should be able to hold the line and turn over like we're looking for here. So we're gonna try this backhand turnover shot and get something up and over this hill. I turned over a little bit, but then it just started to fly dead straight. That's gonna be off on that left side. Hopefully we're in a decent spot. So that Discraft Scorch, I think that's gonna be a great addition to the bag. Like I was saying in the front nine, I was waiting for Discraft to come out with that disc in ESP plastic as opposed to Z plastic. I heavily prefer ESP plastic and just the feel of it. But we're gonna take a look and see where we ended up here on this hole. Hopefully not being too bad a spot off in the rough. Right, so we ended up right there. Basket's gonna be just over there, so not too bad of a spot, but this should be a pretty easy up and down to hit a par here on this hole. All right, I'm gonna take the Crystal Luna here on a backhand. I'm gonna play to the hillside, and with the backhand it should sit down instead of rolling down the hill if we were to take a forehand here. We're gonna try and just get this thing close to the basket. A little long of the basket, unfortunately, but we'll be in a decent spot there. Great par save there. 280 feet. This is just going to be a big hyzer out towards the basket. You're going to see it just tucked out there. There used to be another tree, I believe, out there. So this one, it seems like it's a little bit easier. So we should be able to pick up a birdie here. So I'm going to take the newest disc in my bag. It's going to be a first run Passion. This thing seems to have a little bit more stability than the prototype does. So I'm just going to throw it out there pretty hard. Hopefully have a little bit of fade towards the end. Wow, that's gonna be in a really good spot. A little too inside. I would have liked to have it hyzer out just a little bit more out to the right, but we'll take that. First birdie here on the back nine. All right, we'll pick up our first birdie here on the back nine through 3 holes. We're gonna be 1 down, and that's gonna put us at an overall score of 4 down, but we're gonna head into hole 13 here. Just keep on having some fun out here. 275 feet. You're gonna see the basket just tucked down between a couple trees down there. Just want something pretty neutral to maybe slightly understable to pump down there. I think this is gonna line up best for the Tour Series Meteor here. I'm gonna try and throw this thing pretty flat and have it fade over just a tiny bit. 275 is gonna be a great distance for this disc. Let's go. That's a big putt, a big birdie. Stoked on that putt. My putting has been feeling so great lately. I don't know what it is about those focuses that I've recently switched over to in the last couple weeks. They're really broken in now and they feel really, really nice. This feels super comfortable in the hand. I recommend if you're looking for a beaded putter, I would check out those focuses. They're the Adam Hammond's signature, like putt like the pro, crazy tough jawbreaker focuses. Really like those. We're gonna head into hole 14 here now after that birdie and hopefully carry this over to another one. 14, 303 feet. You're gonna want to pump something down that way into that gap there, and then the basket, I'm going to try and show it to you. You might be able to slightly see it, and it's down there somewhere off to the right slightly. We're going to pump a forehand down there. Going to take my force here, just pump it out on a forehand line. This should be a pretty routine 300-foot forehand down there to hopefully get a birdie. That should be absolutely parked under the basket. That has been by far my best forehand of the day. Absolutely parked that one under the basket. That's another huge birdie. With picking up another birdie there, that is going to be 3 birdies in a row. So we are officially on the birdie train here. Let's keep this up, keep this hot round going, and keep this birdie train going. It's going to be 245 feet. It is going to be an absolute like super dog leg to the left. You're going to want to put something on a lot of hyzer and just kind of hope it gets up there. I'm going to take my Adam Hammond's Wasp here, put this thing on a lot of hyzer. I don't typically birdie this one, so if we can get this one, this will be huge. It's gonna be in a decent spot, but it's gonna be well short of the basket. And not a great jump putt, but we'll be able to pick up a par there. All right, the birdie train is unfortunately ended, but we'll take a par there and move on. 232 feet. This is going to be an ace run opportunity. You're gonna see the basket just down there. Just gotta hit that gap. Hopefully that's set to fade in right towards the basket. All right, I'm gonna take my ESP Luna here, or otherwise known as the Hedo Moody Luna. This thing you could throw pretty hard, has a little bit of stability to it, so I'm just gonna try and pump it out there through that gap. Hopefully have it track towards the basket. Give this thing an ace run. Oh my gosh, that was so close. We needed a little bit more distance on it and that thing was gonna go in the bucket. Dang, that was looking like a great line. I thought we were actually gonna ace it. That was gonna be huge. We should be in a good spot up there to pick up a birdie here. Just short of going in. 17, 421 feet is what the sign is saying. It's going to be a dog leg to the right. Going to want to push something out there, more than likely on a forehand, and just have something finished towards the middle of the fairway down there. I'm going to take the trusty force here, put this thing out of forehand line, just try and get something in the middle of the fairway down there. I think that stayed pretty clean. I gave that a little bit more height than I intentionally went for, but it looked like a great line. Hopefully be somewhere pretty far down there. I see the basket down right there. We ended up in a really good spot to get up and down. Our force ended up there, basket not too far down there. Go in, go in. Oh my gosh, that was a great approach. Hit the bottom pole of the basket there. I'll take that par all day. 18 in the final hole out here at Kensington, 507 feet. Gonna be a par 4. Gonna wanna just put something out into the gap out there, have a clean shot to the fairway, and have an easy up and down towards the basket to get a birdie here on this final hole. So I'm gonna take another new disc in the bag. It's gonna be the ESP Scorch. I really liked how I threw this disc back on the front 9 and it held the line pretty well. We're gonna try and pump this thing out there towards that pine tree out there, and have something finished back towards the middle of the fairway and have an easy up and down towards the basket for a birdie. Wow, that thing flipped up to flat really well. I put a lot of power into that thing. Luckily, that pine tree kicked it back off into the fairway. Hopefully be in a decent spot up there. All right, so I'm gonna show you guys the basket here. We're gonna have to go up the hill. Basket's gonna be just tucked up right up there. You'll barely be able to see it. But after that tree kick off that pine tree, we ended up right here. So not too bad of a spot. Gonna have a tricky look towards the basket. All right, we're gonna be in a pretty awkward spot here. I'm gonna try and flip this meteor up through one of these gaps through here and just try and get something up and down that hill. Ooh, that should be in a really good spot. I'm actually really shocked we were able to execute that shot. This gap that we had to hit was very, very tight. Luckily, I have a disc like the Meteor in the bag where you can throw it up on a hyzer. It's gonna pop up to flat a little bit and just have a ton of glide. Super stoked to have that disc in the bag. We're gonna take a look and see where we ended up. I know we're still a little bit away from the basket, but should be able to give the thing a run to hit a birdie here. Let's go. That's a huge birdie. Super stoked to hit that birdie on the final hole out here, especially after the great drive we had, great approach, and then we also had a great putt there up the hill to end the round. Super stoked on that. That is going to conclude the back 9 out here at Black Locust. We ended the round 5 down through 9 holes here on the back, putting us at a total of 8 down through 18 holes, which is not bad. We only took 1 bogey on the entire round, and I believe that it was on hole 1. So we have had an amazing time out here. This is an absolutely beautiful course. I highly recommend coming to check this place out, especially when toboggan is in. If you can get a round of toboggan in and then be able to come over here, it's a great time out here. But thank you guys again so much for tuning in and hanging out with me here today. I've had a great time out here. Make sure that you leave a like on the video, comment what you thought about the course overall, and make sure that you hit that subscribe button, because we are going to be bringing you more videos out here. Thank you all so much for tuning in, and we will see you in the next one.